What's up, data? So let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis of AUD and AUDNZD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity currently we have in both of this instrument. As on the lower time frame perspective, we see that Aussie dollar giving us a significant trading opportunity. Now, before we discuss what it is, let's do a complete multi-time frame analysis. Then we'll jump onto this time frame to see how we can trade Aussie dollar and Aussie NZD. So starting with AUD NZD. Now AUD NZD, if you look at the bigger picture, why? Because monthly, weekly will give you a clear direction in the market, removing all the noise from the lower time frame. Now AUD NZD on the monthly perspective, this is an overall very strongly bullish market. But this market, we see that on the higher time frame perspective is overextended. You can see that every month there is a big bullish move happen. Now currently we can expect on the higher time frame perspective a retracement. Now, if we take our Fibonacci to see a minimum Fibonacci level, to do that, take your Fibonacci from the high, from the low starting of the move to the end of the move, and we see that we can expect at least 38.2% Fibonacci retracement for this move, which is aligning with the monthly trend line that has developed here. If we draw this, and we can expect AUD and ZD this current month or later to come back to this level of support before creating any upward move. So with that in mind, let's look at the weekly perspective. Now weekly, we have seen a very strong rejection from the top, followed by this week after a little retracement. We see that the price now pushing down. Now this level, this trend line that you can see is basically is the bottom of this channel that AUDNZD was moving to the upside. If we readjust it, we can expect now AUDNZD to come back to this level of support before creating any move that can give us a significant trading opportunity for going short with AUDNZD on the lower time frame perspective. So now let's look at daily time frame to see how it is doing. Now daily, as expected, we have seen AUDNZD first of all after this move drop, followed by this narrow doji on the daily time frame. With that doji, today we have seen the price has broken high of this doji on the daily time frame perspective, grab liquidity. Now we see that the price is coming down. So with that in mind, we can expect now AUDNZD to come back to this level of support as the price was moving along this channel. You can see on the daily, and when you see a rejection from the top on the channel, we can expect the price to come back to this level of support. So that can give us a really move to the downside on the daily perspective as well. So monthly, weekly, and daily aligning in the same direction. So if you look at the intraday time frame on the 4 hour, we have seen this current candle is closing 20 minutes from the time of recording, but this is what we see, that there is a nice looking retest of the 20 period moving average. There is a rejection from this top, and we see currently this one is closing as a bearish engulfer. So with that close of bearish engulfer, we could potentially find a significant shorting opportunity on AUD and ZD from this zone according to the rules of our strategies with a high risk to reward ratio trade. As you can see, we could see potentially a head and shoulder in this zone and then drop, so that can have a good shorting opportunity as this level is satisfying support test as resistance, support test as resistance. Now we can expect it to come down. Now let's look at Aussie dollar. Now Aussie dollar, we see that there is a liquidity grab with this green candle to the upside during this news release, and we have seen after that Aussie dollar has broken down below this 20 EMA on 4 hour time frame, and we see now it is dropping. Now this is the 4 hour time frame. If you look at bigger picture monthly, Aussie dollar, without any question, it's a bearish on the monthly. There is a strong bearish engulfer on the monthly perspective. Bigger picture, every month the price was creating series of lower high, so this is a long term downtrend. Now the price is dropping on the lower time frame. That means that we could see a significant drop. Weekly perspective, the same thing, we have seen a gap up opening, so that's another sign of strong drop on Aussie dollar. And weekly perspective, we have seen there is a head and shoulder and has breakdown, means that we could see something drop like that on Aussie dollar. If you look at the daily, we see that the price today, the grab liquidity from the weakest candle on the previous day, this one we have seen liquidity grab and then drop, means that after this daily head and shoulder, you can see that the price has broken down, meaning that we could see a bigger move on the daily perspective as well. So monthly, weekly, and daily is aligning for the shorting on Aussie dollar. Then how we can trade? That's the question. First of all, we see there is a liquidity gap here, and with that liquidity grab, we have seen the price now breaking out of this local structure. So if you draw this local structure is something like that. So with that close of this candle, we can expect the price to test this local structure, this previous support here as a resistance, and with that retest, we could potentially go short on Aussie dollar from this zone according to the rules of our strategies to the downside with a high risk to reward ratio with our students. Now, if you find value in this analysis, then smash the like button, and also don't forget to drop a comment below to help this idea. Thank you for watching. See you soon in my next analysis.